Operation Abdullah. Ejo Suzuza. Arise for Ghana. Operation Abdullah. Ejo Suzuza. Arise for Ghana. Operation Abdullah. Ejo Suzuza. Arise for Ghana. Operation Abdullah. Ejo Suzuza.
Mr. Kobe Ballon, if you are in the house, you have to change your agent now, or you will be taken out from the table. Mr. Kobe Ballon, Deputy National Organizer Aspirant, please get us a new agent and withdraw this agent now, or they will take him out and you will not have an agent. Kobe Ballon, if somebody can stop standing for him, please, the agent should be withdrawn. Kobe Ballon, anybody should stand in for Kobe Ballon. We need a new agent. Okay, this is the new agent. Where's the old agent? Please withdraw. Somebody is coming in. We brought a name. What is your name? Who are you coming?
All right, good afternoon and welcome once again to DTV1. It's the 9th National Delegate Congress, which is happening here live on DTV at the Trade Fair Center, La Accra Fantasy Dome. And we are privileged to have with us a very wonderful and visionary man who is part of the minority in Parliament, and he is Honorable Ebenezer Tay Lavi. Honorable, how are you, sir?
Fine.
It's been ages.
Yes.
I know your work keeps you busy a lot.
Serious.
Honorable, we are here to look at the election and the Congress. So far, what's your take?
Well, thank you very much. I would like to congratulate all the delegates for holding themselves very well. You know, since Friday up to now, though some of them have left after voting, and I think precisely that is the arrangement. We were not expecting to go into, this time, but I believe that for all intents and purposes, this Congress has been very, very, very successful. When you look at the numbers and you look at how peaceful the whole process was conducted, I think I give thumbs up for the organizers, for the party, and for the teaming supporters of the NDC.
Yeah, would you say, as compared to the previous Congresses, would you say now, what's really happening with the electoral processes? Has there been any amendment or a change? Because if I personally took a time to walk through the delegates, and I realized that this time the number had increased.
Yes, you see, we now have hitherto we had 4 persons representing each constituency: chairman, secretary, organizer, and women's organizer. At the last Congress in Kumasi,
yes,
we expanded it to the at the branch level 9, and then all executives, on the constituency taking part in the national elections.
Okay.
And I think the numbers have also increased, in addition to former MPs, by our party constitution, former MPs, former DCEs, government appointees, presidential staffers, are all delegates. So when you put up these numbers, we have constituency 28 times 275. That gives you almost 9,000. Then when you add the rest,
that's more than 9,000.
Yes. So plus appointees and whatever, give and take, 13,000. So the numbers are huge. And then this time around too, we have a lot of, the numbers on the ballot are also a lot. We have for deputy secretary, we have 11.
Yeah.
We have about 65 people contesting for various positions. So you can see the numbers, and it points to one thing: how prepared we are, for this Congress, which has been very successful. It was well planned, seriously, and the enthusiasm alone is another thing that we shouldn't, lose sight of. People are poised. NDC members are poised to see this party united to win 2020, elections.
Yeah, to see the party united win 2020 elections.
Yeah.
Would you say, in your view, are you okay with the security and the welfare of the delegates around from Friday to now?
Yes, I think everything so far. Nobody has complained about feeding. Nobody has complained. I think I heard somebody talking about accommodation, how difficult it was. Certainly, if you are bringing these numbers to Accra, we would have problems with accommodation. But eventually, they got a place to sleep. And at programs like this, my chairman is sitting right there. They've been here since Friday. I mean, because of the appetite for the program itself, you will not even want to go and sleep, even if you are given a place to sleep. You understand? And in terms of security, the way our party people have conducted themselves, it didn't give room for anybody to, though we have the police around. I mean, they were more or less spectators. They were watching, what was going on. But it's all because the party has conducted itself very well, insofar as the Congress is concerned. So let's work for the policeman or the security people who have been deployed to this place.
Oh, okay. So, in your view, I think personally, that the results and the counting has been so delayed.
No, you see, it is very normal. Look, I am not comparing, but I'm just using that as reference. The MPP had a total delegate population of about 5,000.
Yes.
Now their results were declared somewhere, was it almost Sunday morning around 5 a.m.
Yeah, it was a Sunday morning.
They started from Friday. It was Sunday morning, right? We did same Friday. We had the elections yesterday and this morning, and we are talking about 13,000 delegates. 13,000. So if you want to do simple mathematics, right? We had almost about 2 times the population of what they had, and look at the time. You understand? So without being unnecessarily comparing, what I just want to say is that this is the first time we are having such numbers, and there's a saying in Akan. What it means is that there is no organization without lapses. I mean, at least some little thing, because we are bringing people from left, right, and center, all over. Some come here with other intentions. Others come not to come and vote, but just come and have fun. Others who also come make noise. Others who come in, so you have all manner of people. So the complaints, will come. People will complain, I didn't get any place, it's getting too late or whatever. You understand? Sometimes anxiety, they want to have the results. You understand? They want to see results, who will complain. But then when you get close to what is happening, then you get to appreciate the fact that the numbers are huge. Seriously. The numbers are huge. So we must take our time. After all, we have finished voting.
Yeah. Was it at the point that somebody complained to you that they couldn't get time to vote, or you think all the delegates voted?
Oh, everybody voted. Everybody. I think as at...
even your chairman and his delegates?
Yeah, they voted. They voted. They voted at dawn, this morning.
Okay.
Yes. Everybody voted. I mean, seriously, in fact, the enthusiasm alone with which people, came to this conference alone will tell you that nobody will come here and would want to leave without voting. No. People are so determined to make sure that they are counted as far as this program is concerned. They want their co-promotee to talk,
to speak for them.
To speak for them, yeah. So if they came here,
Honorable, do you think this time people want? I know, like what you said, people want their community to speak for them. Yeah. Do you think the delegates are looking for leaders that will really stand up and fight for the party in 2020 election?
Yes.
Do you emphasize that you have captains that will bring the chances?
Something wonderful has happened to the NDC.
Let me know.
Very, very wonderful. We have demonstrated that we have the men. Seriously, we have demonstrated that we have men. Because in fact, this Congress has been one of the most difficult ones for me. Because I had difficulty in making choices. Though I had to choose. Yes.
Wow.
I had to choose. But I had difficulty. Because you see, all those who are contesting have some experience. Or the other. They have all done it before. We are in opposition. Most of them have been, being part of the process of moving us from opposition into government. You understand? From 2000, most of them, majority of them have been part of the, the process of getting us in and out of government. So when it is experience, you have all of them, because you cannot tell me, look, when you take somebody like Ofusu Ampofu, I don't need to tell you that he has what it takes to be a party chairman. If you take Betty Modi Drisu, if you take Honorable Abu Dhabi, if you take Danny Annan, I mean, just mention the names. You understand?
Yeah.
These are people who have record of experience. They have huge tons of experience. Insofar as party organization, the party, their commitment to this to NDC, it's not in doubt.
But Honorable, when you talk like that, last 4 years, we had people like Potofi, the same as Yedun Ketia, who is going now. We have Kofi Adams, Ahmed Abdullah, and Solomon Yankansa. And are you trying to say they were not strong enough?
Well, I am not. You see, but some of them are still contesting. I think apart from the chairman, Potofi, and then Kofi Adams, and a few others. What has just happened is that some of them have reshuffled. They've shuffled themselves. Some have moved from vice chairmanship position to vice chairman. Some from NEC to vice chairman, and then to chairman. From chairman, vice chairman to organizer. You understand?
I get it.
Yes. And therefore, what I'm saying is that all of them, if it is experience, right? You pick the organizers, for instance. Baba Jama has been, a party person. He has been a member of parliament. When you take Akamba, he has been with us in and out.
I actually wanted to come to you, I mean, and we analyze all the position, everything you will say now will be your view.
Yes, of course, yes.
It will be your view.
Yes.
Okay, viewers, so you are watching us live on DTV1 across Ghana and everywhere in your homes. You are watching us live. And we are hosting Honorable Ebenezer Taylor, who is here to give us a very clean analysis of the National Delegate Congress, which is ongoing. And we want to get his view on so many things now. Now, let's take the national chairman.
Yeah.
We have Dan Abu Dhabi, Betty Mod, Ofosu Ampofo, Hudi Yaya, and Danny Annan.
Yeah.
This 5 persons. What do you think?
Well, you see, I think I maybe I have to re-echo what I said earlier. When you take all of these people, look, if it's experience, there is no doubt about any of them. If it is commitment to the party, there is no doubt. If it is being there for the party, they are there. You understand? So, as I said earlier on, my difficulty, though I have to make a choice, which is my secret. Yeah. You understand? I had to make a choice. Yeah. I voted. I had to make a choice.
Yes.
But as I said,
what was your choice?
Oh no, it's my secret. That's my secret.
I know you
but
won't tell.
But I mean, this has been one of the most difficult, times so far as congresses are concerned for me to make a choice. Seriously.
Because when you look at somebody like Betty Mod,
yes,
she's a woman.
Yes, she is.
For me personally, I don't see her to be very.
Well,
vocal.
You need to get close. You need to work with them because I have worked with Betty Mod Idrisu in Ashanti region. Yes. I know how committed. I know how vociferous she is. I know how determined when she decides to do
But this is a
something.
national chairman position.
Well, what I'm saying is that they all have what it takes to be chairpersons or chairman one way or the other. You understand? But I look at this Congress as just reorganizing and shuffling our people.
In fact, it's a very, very tough for the 5.
Yes, very tough decision to choose from some of the best materials that we have. Though we have to make a choice, okay?
Yes.
But
it's very,
very, very difficult. But my prayer is that whoever emerges out of these persons, right, will rally all these people with so much experience. You understand? Bring them together.
Honorable,
yeah.
You see, the battle is strong in 2020 because you are coming to face the sitting government.
That's right.
And as the national chairman, you need to be somebody who is as strong as.
Strong in terms. Like what? As strong as what?
As in.
Is it going to be a fight between?
No, not in a fight. But I mean, as in organizing the.
Yes, you see, I don't know whether you have been part of any organizational processes before, like this Congress. When you look at the organizing team, for instance, it takes a lot of intellect.
Yeah, it takes
reasoning, planning. Looking beyond. You understand? And you don't need to be physically strong to be able to manage. You understand? But your intellectual, you have to be smart up here. You understand? And I don't think any of them lacks that. In the history of Ghana, I stand to be corrected, but I have not seen a woman standing in a chair position, as in politically. I think you can educate me a bit. Well, not that I can also remember.
Exactly. So when we look at someone like
politically
Betty,
in Ghana, when you look at even from Nkrumah's time,
the
women have been very, very,
strong. They have been.
And they have been the bedrock.
I could have personally advised
they have been the bedrock.
Go for the vice to support the man.
Well, what in fact, it's a choice she made. And we would have to look at her in that context.
Exactly.
And therefore, what I can advise is that whoever emerges amongst the 5, should put these people together, make use of them, because we have other committees after these elections, and I'm sure all of them will be happy to serve on one committee or the other.
Okay, so when you look like Ofosu Ampofo and Abu Dhabi,
yes,
These two gentlemen, I mean, I think when they have really done a lot for the party.
Of course.
Even though the 5 people
All of them.
have all of them have done a lot.
I am telling
but,
you.
But I see Ofosampofu and Agbodapi. Ofosampofu has been a grassroots person. Do you understand? So the choice of national chairman, I'm really waiting to see what the delegates
Well,
say.
you see, it will be fantastic to have Ofosampofu. So will it be very, good to have Agbodapi, Daniana, Betty Modi, Dusu, and any of them. You understand? But as I said, everybody has his or her weaknesses and whatever, and that one is personal, and that is what will go into, the choice I'm going to. I went into the choice I made. Somebody who can bring the people together, somebody who would want to work with everybody. You understand? And I think the good people of the NDC will make that choice for us.
All right. So, let's move to the next stage, which is the national vice chairman. We have people like Amadou Sogo, Said Sinari, Lawyer Duyabua, Sherry Aite, and you have Yausu Bempa, Alaji Sumala Mahama, Dr. Kwame Ampofo, Awudu Azoka, Setofore Ohine. Some of the names are new to me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You have not been following the NDC?
No, if I say some, there's somebody like Seto Ofuriohene.
So he was our communication director. He was a communication director for NDC. Seto Hinofuri. Okay. He was a communication director for NDC.
Okay, so this time he wants to upgrade.
No. Well, upgrade, fine, because we always want to progress. You understand?
What is your take on this nine people?
Again, another huge number. But then, as I said, it demonstrates the fact that we have the men. Amadou Sorogo, a very vociferous, member of parliament, chaired a lot of committees in parliament.
Exactly.
He has, he's a very decisive person when it comes to decision making. Very decisive. He will take the decision and own up for whatever, and that is what leadership is about. Take a decision and then be responsible for it. Madam Cheriayeti,
yes,
I mean, perfect, a perfect woman for the position. Somebody who has been through the thick and thin insofar as NDC is concerned, from the PNDC through 31st December and everything. You understand?
Yeah.
Now it tells you that we are poised for action. We have the men.
I know,
and we have the men. We have to make a choice. I have made one, but as I said, that's my secret.
That's a secret.
But I want all of them, to work for the party come 2020. And as I said earlier on, I am sure that they are going to put their acts together. They're going to join the team that's going to win.
It's good you are sure, but it's not easy battle. Honorable General Secretary, this is a position whereby we know one honorable gentleman who normally he goes unopposed. You understand? He goes unopposed.
No, a lot of people do. No. General Seydou Geta was contested 2014.
That was 2014.
Yes, he was contested. He contested.
But even in this one, he decided not to go.
Well, I don't know.
According to the thing that I was privy to, he decided not to go. But it was a quick turn.
Well, if it's only a fool, doesn't change his mind.
Exactly.
And you need to move with time. Because given the circumstance, maybe he's realized that no, I need to do something for this party. Let me put myself up again. If the people say yes, I'll go.
And ever since I can say to a fact that this is the time that I've really seen him campaigning.
General has, you see, let me tell you something. General has been campaigning. Seriously. General campaigns, you see, you understand?
Yeah.
He has always been there for the party, everywhere. You see, sometimes people do not know that whatever we do as politicians will count, it would affect, it will affect our popularity or otherwise, up or down. You understand? And therefore, whatever we do, as politicians in our life, is part of the process of campaigning. You are making ourselves available, making yourself popular, making yourself, known to the people, and that is what campaigning is all about. You understand? So if he has been there for the party. He does not need any other person to go, or he doesn't even need to go around again campaigning.
Oh, no, but General, I think this will be the 4th or 5th time that he is going for. As per your standing orders, as per your constitution, how many times can one?
Oh, there's no time limit.
There's no time limit.
No, not at all. You can be, as long as the people say they
it's
want.
You they want.
No, you can continue.
And don't you think NEC was supposed to give a little bit counsel to him that he yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like they are still upcoming men.
Well, you see, you don't need to,
because let me tell
you something. You don't need to get Asiedun Ketia out before we'll be able to identify or discover potential. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to. You don't need to get him out. You can make yourself relevant to the NDC if you make yourself available.
Yeah.
You understand? Asiedun Ketia did not just start like that. Kokwa Nyidoho did not just start. They started from somewhere. They never, they just did not emerge, but they started from somewhere before they decided to get into the party, the main party, executive. You understand? And therefore, if there's any other person who thinks that, I also want to be a general secretary, you have to make yourself available, and you have to demonstrate to the people that you can be the general secretary.
Okay.
And I'm sure if you are able to convince them, they will vote for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Honorable, I think I'll still give applause to Anidoho because I think he has really and looking at Anidoho going for general secretary, I was having a little bit, I wouldn't say doubt, but I was in my own personal feeling. But when I listened to the delegates around, and he has also done a very good job in getting to the delegates and letting them understand his vision. But I want to talk about the national organizer, which is also another key position in this executive committee. We have somebody like strong man or Akamba.
Yes.
Is here facing Anita.
Yes.
And he's facing Yabuatija.
Yeah.
And these people are very strong people.
Yes.
Now.
And Baba Jama.
Yes, and Baba Jama.
Yes.
Now, these organizers, what's your take on them? In fact, I've come to understand your point that it was difficult.
Very difficult. Very, very difficult. Look, if you decide to even sample views here, apart from people who are just emotional about people and things like that, people who really want to look at, if you really want to assess each person based on the competence, their commitment to this party of ours, my brother, if you want to make a sound judgment, I am sure that the only thing that can make, the difference is maybe your personal liking for somebody. But if you want to really look at competence, look at Baba Jama was our deputy general secretary.
Exactly.
And if you remember those days when we were in opposition, Baba Jama, Anita Disoso, Ofosuan Pofu, Ama Benyiwado, these were the people who made things tick for the NDC.
Exactly.
And all of them are contesting. You understand? All of them are contesting. So as I said,
we can't wait to see the result.
I am telling you, we are just waiting to see the result. And we are going to embrace any of them that emerges. We will embrace the person. Because you see, there is no doubt about their ability. Take, Baba Jama, for instance. He has been in charge of elections. When it comes to organization,
he's very active.
Very, very active.
Very, very active.
Take Akamba. Take Akamba.
Akamba is very, very, very active.
Very, very active.
Yes.
Take Yabuatinjan. He has done it before.
Yes.
Anita Disoso. Solomon Kansa, same.
Yes.
Then we have Anita. The Iron Lady.
The hard lady.
I'm telling you. So
it's true.
Maybe we have to expand. We have to create more positions.
Exactly.
We need to create more positions.
Because
organizer 1, organizer 2, 3, and 4.
So we can get them all.
Get all of them.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
You're right.
But you see, the success of this Congress will depend on the outcome and the persons that are going to be elected. Because you see, if they elect you and you continue to see other contestants as your opponents, you will fail. you will not succeed because you need all of them. All of them have constituencies. All of them have constituencies. And therefore, you need to tap into that. And therefore, whoever emerges will have to humble him or herself. Get these people on your committees. Because aside the main, executives that we are electing, there are going to be committees. And these people must be made, to work on, committees related to the various departments or the various units that they wanted, they wanted to head. You understand? So they can help in mobilizing our people for 2020. Because, my brother, 2020 is there for us to take.
Exactly.
It is there for us to take.
That's what.
Yes. It is there for us to take.
Yeah.
But then it depends on how we mobilize. If in the course of the mobilization we turn into biting ourselves, pulling each other down, it will implode and we will not get to where the seat is. But then if we come together, we give recognition to those we have elected. The fact that I contested you and I did not win doesn't make you my enemy. We all belong to the same party, and our only task is to wrestle power from this incompetent NPP government. And therefore, whatever we have to do to wrestle power from NPP is what should be our goal. Our goal, hosting each other ends today, after the elections. Because I want to outwit this, I want to beat the person, will come to an end today, after the declaration.
Wrestling power from the NPP.
Yes.
You will come to that.
Yes.
All right, so we are still here at the Trade Fair Center, La Accra, where the 9th National Delegate Congress is still ongoing, and you are live on DTV1. The voting has ended, and the counting is still ongoing. Stick and stay and never tune off your TV, because we are going to bring you who wins: the national chairman, the general secretary, the deputy, and the rest. I mean, there's a whole executive team who is leading NDC to the election 2020. So I'm still here with Honorable Ebenezer Tai, who is trying to analyze or brief us or tell us his view, which he has made us understand that the voting actually was difficult for him. And he says the national organizers are a strong team that he would have wished that we have Deputy 1, Deputy 2, Deputy 3, because all the 7 candidate aspirants are strong and wonderful. Yeah. Now look, Solomon Yao in Cancer.
Yeah.
He's a very, very strong guy too.
Yes.
And would you think as time goes on, there will be an amendment in your constitution that you have this breakdown of national organizers, so that when you have strong team like this, you can break them 1, 2, 3. Because for me, I would have been to keep all the 7.
Yes, you see, there is one thing that we have to drum home for our potential party executives, everybody. There is one thing that we have all been talking about: the grassroots.
Yeah.
Each of these persons comes from a constituency.
Exactly.
Each of these persons belong to a branch.
Yeah.
And therefore, if you could not get the opportunity, right, to become the national organizer or the national chairman or the national vice chairman, you still have some work to do. You can decide to adopt 2, 3, 4 constituencies and assist them with your experience. At the same time, the elections are won at the branches.
The branches, yeah.
Not at the party office.
No.
And therefore, whatever experiences that they have, whatever they have will be needed on the ground. And I don't think that losing this election takes you out of your branch or your constituency, or NDC, at all. And we will need all of them.
I wouldn't want to know your secret in that sector, but who do you think would have will be possible to run boot to boot with Samuel Uku of the national.
You see, sometimes when they talk about boot, it's laughable. Look, maybe Samuel Uku has his style.
Yes.
Look, me, I have my style.
You have always had your style.
I have my style.
You always have your style. And I know you are changing your style in 2022.
Yes, I have my style. And my style is not constant. I'm telling you, it depends on the situation. Every good leader, right? You manage the situation as and when, matters arise. Because I am not, stereotypical. No. And then leadership requires some dynamism. It is not static. And therefore, you need to vary, as and when, your style, your tactics and everything. So if it's about meeting somebody boot for boot, I don't think that is even important to us. No. Because as I said, it's not a boxing fight. It is not. We are not going to be in a boxing ring. No, not at all. If somebody decides to become a radio commentator, and you think that is what is going to win, you think that is going to win people to his party, we will adapt another strategy. You understand? Our strategy will be different. You remember Professor Mills started this house to house, door to door.
Yeah.
Right? And they were teasing him.
Yeah.
Yes. That did the trick. That was the game changer.
Yeah.
Later on, Akufo-Addo also decided to do that. You understand? But they had their way.
Yeah.
You understand? So, I mean, as a good organizer, right? Every leader must have some organizational skills. And therefore, as a good organizer, you have to keep some of your whatever to your chest. So, it's not about comparing yourself to who is the organizer or the chairman of MPP. No, not at all. Not at all. Because it is not the chairman himself who will go to the field.
No.
It's your ability to identify the right guys to go after the MPP is what will do the kill for you.
Yeah. So viewers, like I said, they are still counting, and we are waiting for the Electoral Commission to come out with the results for us to know who the team leading NDC in 2020 election. Honorable, let's jump to the mouthpiece of the party, which is the communication officer. Yeah. And we have two people going now, Feda Benyo and Sami Jemfi.
Yeah.
Communication is a very key.
Yes.
Indeed, it's a very key. And what is your take on these two gentlemen? Because I know you've been able to deal with them one by one.
Yes. In fact, Sami Jemfi is my, I wouldn't say he's my boy, but I worked with him in Ashanti region. He was a member of the team. He was a very vociferous person, somebody very intelligent, smart, and very on top of issues. Fred Agbenyo has gone through the mill, whatever, and with he comes with a lot of experience to the table. Again, these are two very good guys. People would opt based on, as I said, apart from their competencies and whatever, there are other things that will go into the choices that people are going to make.
Exactly.
I did same. You understand? But again, any of these two guys can be very good. But you see, the communication wing does not necessarily have to be somebody who is always in the media or on TV. No. You should be able to also identify people who can do the job, because you are not Captain Planet. You cannot be everywhere. You understand? You cannot be everywhere. You need to marshal the forces, put them together.
Honorable, sometimes the communication team, sometimes they get so many things wrong.
Yeah.
And whatever you say on air, Ghanaians will listen to you.
Listen to you.
Yes. So in this case, you think how strategic do you think the communication team is going to be?
You see, the communication sector should have somebody who can manage information, release information on time and at the right time. You understand? Sometimes there are things that you need to even not. You wouldn't have to even comment about them. These are all, it comes with some skills. And it's all about managing information that will inure, to your successes. You understand? We're going into, a competition with others. And we need somebody who would manage, our message.
Yeah.
What we have
Yeah.
to say, when and how the information gets to our people.
What to say, when,
What to say, when, how you say it. Because you see, I can tell you one thing today, and the way I say it will make you either angry or love me. You understand? So it depends on the messenger, the person who is carrying the message, and how the message is put across. And that is also very, very important. And that is what, information management is all about. You understand? So it's not just about going on radio and talking and saying what, arguing or whatever. No. Because if you are in Accra and you are on UTV or you are on DTV, there's somebody in my village, and the only radio station that he listens to is in the village there.
Yeah.
You understand? So you have to find a way of disseminating information to the grassroots.
Yeah. So if you are watching us, you can see the crowd, and they are all quiet and warmly sitting down, waiting that the election results will be out for them to jubilate, or even though everybody is a winner, but jubilate with those that will be selected among the other aspirants. Honorable, should a person be so much propagandist?
I have a problem when we talk about propaganda. What is propaganda? Propaganda, what is it? In fact, out of the word propaganda, even you find it in science, Greek, propagation.
Yes.
It means dissemination.
Yes.
You understand? And therefore, when people, the much ado about propaganda means peddling of lies and whatever. I don't think, and even that is what informed NDC, and I'm sure went into the decision to take, we do have a propaganda secretary, and we borrowed that thing, I'm sure, from the CPP days. You understand? Essentially, what you are supposed to do as a communication officer is to make sure that you propagate, you send information down. You understand? Maybe we put the name propaganda out, the word propaganda out, and use dissemination. You understand? Of information.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes. So I don't have a problem with because propaganda connotes lies, but which is not the case.
It's not the case.
It shouldn't be the case.
It should never be the case.
Yeah, that's right. It shouldn't be the case.
You're right, Honorable. You're right. There was one point that I jumped, and there was one position that I really jumped, because I later realized that I wanted you to talk about. That was the Deputy General Secretary. But there are two people I wanted you to talk about them. Kojo Duasari, George Lawson, and maybe I think those two people.
Honestly, George Lawson is a very good friend of mine. I know what he can do, and therefore, on any day, I will choose George Lawson.
On any day?
On any day, I'll choose George Lawson. In fact, I have not done for, I have not disclosed whatever.
Yes,
but
so,
for this
so,
one,
so that is where I'm sitting
yes,
very
on any day, I will choose George Lawson.
Over Alhaji Nuru, Baba,
yes.
Peter, David,
George Lawson and I'm coming. George Lawson and
Kojo Duasari. Oh?
No, three of them. George Lawson, Duasari, and Barbara.
Sewa.
Yes.
Those are the three you choose.
Yeah, three out.
Those are the three you choose.
Yes.
Why these three among the 11?
Oh, well, you see, I know what they are capable of doing. I've worked with all of them before.
It means you've not seen the work of the.
Not really, but these are people I know.
Left.
You see, but
does it mean some of the names came as a surprise to you because you've not really heard their names?
Oh, not really. But these are people I know. But there are others like Otokuno. You see, Otokuno is also part, isn't it?
No, Otokuno is part. Peter Boamo Otokuno.
Yeah, Otokuno. He's also part. These are people who. Wahala. I have to be very careful. Otherwise, I might let myself out. Because, Otokuno, Barbara, George Lawson, Duasare.
Who was a
Fantastic.
former colleague in the parliament.
Fantastic. But I have to make a choice.
I
have to make a choice. It's unfortunate. I can't choose two.
Oh no, but this time the aspirants are very strong.
Oh yes.
They are strong men who has really been on the field. And they know the grassroots.
Yes, very well. And you see, that is why I'm saying the onus. You see, the actual work starts after this election.
Exactly.
Your ability to harness all these brains that we have to work with them. Fantastic. Any of the leaders who will be able to rally the contestants. Will be the best.
It will indeed be the best.
Oh yeah, it will be the best.
It will be,
I'm telling you.
the best.
That's the key. That's the key.
Honorable, let's come to the National Executive Committee members. As per your orders, I know this committee members have to be. They also have to be balloted.
Yes.
What do you say about them? I know you know all the 8 of them. Or
I know them, but if I have not paid too much attention to.
Why?
The numbers are huge. There are plenty. The executive committee, seriously, I have not delved too much into their activities. But I know some of them. I pray that the good ones emerge.
Why do you think their numbers have risen up this time?
Well, you see, it is not only this election, but from the branch. For the first time, NDC branch elections was highly contested. Highly. It tells you the enthusiasm, the readiness of our people to work for the party. A clear indication of our preparedness for 2020. And the process of going on into an election starts with your psyche. Minds are prepared now. The human beings are ready. We are electing leaders who will provide them the fillip. You understand? The necessary, support to get onto the field and deliver. So these are the indications. You understand? These are the indications that we are ready and poised for action to deliver Ghana from the hands of this incompetent government.
Honorable, I didn't want to go there, but really? I think maybe we will come to that. But my last point is the Zongo caucus.
Yeah.
I think I personally would take Bawa.
You say what?
I personally would take Bawa.
You will take Bawa?
Bawa. It's not Bawa.
Bawa, yeah, I think. I know Bawa. I know Bawa. I know. We have a former DC from the Eastern region.
Because I have Bawa, Alhaji Muhammad, Sadiq Usule, Abdul Aziz Muhammad, Abbas Husseini.
Husseini, yeah, that's right. He's from the Eastern region.
Abbas Husseini.
He's from the Eastern
because
region.
Because the Zongo caucus too is another strong.
Yes, in fact,
strong work.
Yes, a lot of work, have to go into that area because, we had the Zongo caucus long before the NPP even came out with their Nasara coordinator, and because of that, they have made some inroads into, the Zongos, and I'm sure with the coming into being of this Zongo ministry, Zongo and inner city, whatever. Yes. Which we thought was going to help in alleviating the problems that we have in the Zongo.
But in fact, they are doing.
Oh, what are
I don't know whether you are checking.
The football fields that they are developing, which have also been, put on hold and whatever and things like that, right? But what you're saying is that these people we are going to elect, they have a lot of work to do in the Zongos. They need to reactivate, re-energize the NDC in the Zongos. And I think that they are capable of doing it.
Honorable, do you think the election so far has been free and fair?
Of course, I have no doubt in my mind, because I have not seen anything untoward. I have not seen anybody having advantage over, any contestant. No, I have not personally seen anything of the sort. So, insofar as there have not been any complaints and what I think, to a large extent.
You see, last 4 years, your executives were still strong.
Yeah.
Portofie-led administration,
Yeah.
they were still strong.
Yeah.
But yet, still, you couldn't make it to the election.
It tells you that.
What was the reason?
Well, it tells you that apart from, electing strong men.
Was it that you were so much assured of yourself?
Well, some complacency also played part of us. But the other thing too is that, you see.
Or was it that you neglected the grassroots?
Not exactly, but the fact is that, you see, you can have strong men. You can have strong men, but success would only come from strong institutions. You understand? So having strong men at the top may not necessarily resonate to the ground. You understand? But we need people who can build strong institutions, strong parties, strong branches, strong, constituencies, strong whatever. I mean, that is how you can win an election.
But you can boldly say this time it's going to be all inclusive.
Very well, because you see, we've learned our lessons. I mean, some of the things that worked against us. And I must say this, that NDC lost the elections. MPP did not win. We gave the election.
But that's a strong statement.
I'm telling you.
That's a strong statement.
Yes, and I can justify it. I am telling you. I can give you two constituencies. My constituency and Upper Manya. Upper Manya and Lower Manya.
You are in Upper Lower.
I'm in Lower Manya.
You are in
Lower
Manya.
Yes, and we lost Upper Manya. We lost Upper Manya not because our candidate was not good, not because he didn't work, but factionalism. It was the NDC that worked against the candidate.
The NDC worked against the candidate? Against
itself.
How?
Yes, because we could not settle the differences amongst ourselves.
Why? When you had
we could not
a Portofie-led administration.
Well, we could not do it.
Why?
One of the lapses.
What was the lapses?
Well, you see, it was the way we went about the primaries. The way we went about the primaries. That led to, you see, hitherto, it was only the branch executives. The numbers were manageable. After election, you could just all of them together and talk to them. But we have the situation where it was, everybody in the constituency. The numbers were huge. You could not assemble them and talk to them. The contestants could not also go back and tell them that after the elections, let's come together. People were still holding on to their factions, and it worked into the elections.
Does it mean the executives didn't meet their contestants or the aspirants at that time to talk to them? Because I know there was a series of workshops, and there's a series of times that you met in your headquarters.
It wasn't branches.
I want to understand
it wasn't only branch executives that voted 2015. It was party members. You understand? And NDC is a very large party, especially if you come to our stronghold. We have, a very large, what do you call it, support base. You understand? And therefore, a lot depended on what the leaders of the various factions told, their followers. And some of them did not even have the time to go back after they lost the election to tell their people that, the elections are internal, we need to come together because our goal.
Can you clearly say there was no unity?
To a large extent. To a large extent, there was no unity. It wasn't there. After the elections,
so brother
it was difficult.
Brother.
It was difficult.
I am telling you.
Yes. And even up till now, at the branches,
some brothers are still fighting.
Yes, some of them will tell you, now I belong to this, I belong to that, I was with this person. And they find it difficult to get themselves out of that. So it needs a lot of talking, a lot of interaction with the people. You understand? So in fact, it was one of the things that we could not really handle that led to, us losing the election. Because, look, Upper Manya, for instance, the president and John Mahama won.
Yes.
He won.
Yeah, not just Upper Menya. Some places
He won.
the president won,
Yes.
and the
MP lost.
MP lost.
He lost. You understand? It is because.
But when we spoke or we interviewed some of the constituents, they were like some of the MPs neglect them after going to parliament, and so they made it clear we would do skirt and blouse voting.
Yes, and that is unfortunate because if you see politics, it's just like a religion. It is not everything that you can explain. You understand? When it comes to religion, but it's your belief and your faith in the cause that you have decided, the path that you have chosen.
Yeah.
You call yourself an NDC person.
Exactly.
NDC goes to a congress. You don't expect everybody to like your MP. You understand? But majority, we are practicing a majoritarian, rule. So majority goes into elections, and then decides that this person should be our candidate. You understand?
Okay, I understand.
Unless you tell me that the person was imposed. But once the majority says, this is what I want, and you decide to preach skirt and blouse, what happens if next time around, your preferred candidate comes in, and then the others also gang up, and also go out there and preach skirt and blouse? Can we have a party? We cannot. We cannot have a party. So we must be good losers and good winners. Good winners will bring on board losers, and good losers will also accept defeat and work towards the goal of the party. Otherwise, my brother, we will not get anywhere. We will not get it, because even your children, if you ask them to make choices, it is not always that they will buy into what you like. No. But the point is that you are the father. So being a father, your decision is final. Sometimes.
Yeah.
And they have to go with it. Otherwise, they cease to be your children.
Do you envisage to see, especially this election, things like that going to pop up?
Oh, not really.
Say, I am this person's boy, I'm this person's boy, and I won't do this and I won't do that.
No, you see,
all the neck and the executives like you are coming up with strategy that will curb this thing.
You see, again, we have manageable numbers. Yeah. Anybody who wins or anybody who contested this election went round. And I'm sure one word that, went through their campaign was that, unity. We want to unite. And some of them even told us that even if they do not win, they were going to continue to work for the party. So you cannot continue to work for the party and campaign against the party. But
sometimes to the winners too wouldn't want to work with, because you know why? Let's say me and you are vying for one position.
Yeah.
At a point in time when I went for my campaign, I spoke against you.
Yes.
You understand? And you heard it. I spoke ill of you, but you didn't speak ill of me.
Yeah.
But you won it.
Yeah.
And because that hurt in you, like I'm not going to work with.
Yeah.
Is it?
You see, the fact, yes, we are human beings. We are human beings. We have senses. We feel. And therefore, it is only the stupid person who doesn't get angry sometimes. You understand? You can't, unless you are not a human being. Even the goat or the sheep can get angry. And therefore, we are human beings. Your ability to overcome that is what makes you, special, or makes you a different person. You understand? Yes, we went into election, a lot of things were said. But those who, if I say all manner of things against you, it is what I do after the elections that will determine whether I was really working for the party, I was doing it for the party, or it was just something personal. You understand? Because if at the end of the day, I said so many things about you, you won the election, then I continue saying those things, definitely it means that such a person is a bad loser.
Yeah.
And therefore, you cannot work with such a person.
Yeah. Exactly.
You understand?
Or
he or she is not prepared to work with you. But then if the person is prepared to work with the party, at the end of the day, when after all the acrimony, after all the wrestling, after what do you call it, the winner has been declared, all you have to do is to embrace the winner,
which is sometimes difficult to embrace.
No, you don't have to go and hug the
reality.
person. You don't have to go and hug the person, but embrace the party by working in consonance with the party's rules, regulations, and whatever. Don't go and be bad-mouthing the person again. You understand? After you have done all, then the people have rejected you. You understand? You said all manner of things, but the people have rejected what you did or all that you said, and they opted for, the other person. What you have to do is that help the person to bring your people on board and let us win the ultimate. And that is what is going to make your party relevant insofar as governance of this country is concerned.
Honorable, hold on. You are still watching us live here on DTV1 and it's across Ghana. And wherever you are watching us live. The voting has ended and the counting is still ongoing. We are waiting for the executive to be elected, and we're waiting for the Electoral Commission to come out with the results. I want to also let you know that our sofas are produced by Egyptian Royal Furniture, and they have dining set, bedroom set, mirror, etc. And they are located here in Trade Fair. I'm speaking to Honorable Ebenezer Tay Labi, and he's the MP for Lower Manya Krobo. Honorable, how are we going to deal with the issues? Let me be very honest with you. There are issues home. There are issues home. There are unsolved issues that actually led NDC to opposition. Now, after these executives have been elected, I know you are executive member too to the Congress, to the NDC party. Give me a little bit brief about what do you think you're going to do from tomorrow going.
Well, you see, I don't know what the problems you are talking about or what you
just like what we were saying that you said MPP didn't win the election.
Yeah, we lost. Yes. You see,
but NDC lost the election.
You see, we did a lot of.
You said something about.
We did a lot of introspection after the elections. A committee led by Dr. Kwesiboche was put in place. They went round. Yes, they went round, and they identified the things that.
But I thought at a point some members were saying a Kwesiboche report is unnecessary.
Well, I never heard that myself.
I was privy to that info.
I don't know. But you see, the point is that they went round, and we started reorganization. What we are doing today is part of the reorganization process. You know, realignment and reorganization of the party. You understand? It started with the branches. We had branch elections. Then we came to the constituency. We had constituency election. Then regional. All of them were very successful. Very, very successful. We are crowning it today with this one. You understand? So the part of reorganization, realignment, healing, and everything, it's the process that we went through, and we are going through, and it's going to end today with the election of the national executives. You understand? So power was given back to the people to decide. Those who felt that people cheated them, they did this, they had opportunity to raise their voices. If you think that your branch chairman was the problem, you were given opportunity, change him or retain him.
Yeah.
Some were retained, some were changed. Based on, numbers. You understand? Then we came to constituency. Give, take. People were elected.
Yeah.
You understand? Then we came to the region. The same process. Then we are here today.
Yeah.
So after all this, if anybody raises another voice, then that person is an enemy of progress. If I hear anything negative, then there are certain people under the sun that can never be pleased. You understand?
I understand.
And sometimes there are certain mistakes that you make in life that you can never correct them, but you have to learn to live with the thing. You understand? You have to learn to live with the mistake, and that is what makes you a human being. Because if in the process of this election somebody says anything about you and then you win, what it means is that what the person said did not really make an impact, and that's why the people chose you. You understand? So why would you bother going back to repeat the things that or take that thing still keep it against the person? The people have the voice of the people is the voice of God. They did all that they have to do. At the end of the day, the people spoke. You understand? And you have been elected. What else do you want to do?
Honorable, would you say, I mean, do you have somebody in mind that you think you would have wished to vie for a position that the person disappointed by not showing?
Oh, not that.
Not that.
No, I don't have that.
Okay, so now with the neglect of the grassroots, is the grassroots really going to be centered?
Well, you see, when people talk about the neglect of grassroots, you can only neglect. Let me tell you something.
You know the Kwesiboche report that came on.
Yes.
The grassroots was very much factored.
Yes.
That they felt neglected.
Yes.
That is the reason why I'm trying to find out from you.
So what I'm saying is that you can get the grassroots on board when they are involved in the reorganization. That is where and how they would also feel being part of the process. You understand?
Okay.
That we elected this person as our chairman.
Yes.
That is our voice.
Yes.
He should represent us.
Yes.
He has a responsibility towards us.
Yes.
You understand? So, after that, whatever happens will depend on the chairman and the people that elected him or her.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. It is a very good point.
Yes.
I understand.
So they cannot be said to be left out.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
But Isibe, let me tell you something.
All right.
We are in an era of contest of ideas, contest of all manner of things. And therefore, as a politician, you have to sometimes listen to people and listen to yourself. Yesterday, His Excellency former President said we should listen to ourselves. But I have added, let's listen to others too.
Which was a very strong...
Yes, let's listen to others too. You understand?
So let's listen to ourselves and listen
to
to
others too. Because, you see, when you listen to yourself too much, you become authoritarian. But you need to listen to others, and that is democracy. Listen to others as well as you do to yourself. And that is the only way you can really strike the balance.
Maybe the former president was trying to use the word, let's listen to ourselves, because he wanted to be like, listen to yourself and be sure who you are voting for.
Beautiful. But what I'm saying is that listening to yourself, if it is about you alone, that will inform the choice that you are going to make, then it will be a selfish interest. Because every human being, at any point in time, look, as we sit here right now, if they say some tsunami, you run first before you ask whether you are having a chat with Telam. You understand? Naturally, you think about yourself first. You listen to yourself first. You understand? But to bring harmony, you listen to yourself and others. What it means is that we need to cross-fertilize. Bring your idea and I'll bring mine. And we should be open to criticism. Let's accept criticism in good faith. You understand? So that it will help us in shaping the kind of leadership that we provide for the people.
Yesterday, during ex-President Mohammed's speech, he made mention of some of the things the current government is doing, which he thinks is not going on the right way. What do you think is your chances for 2020?
Well, let me tell you something. You see, we have a problem. I mean, politics in Ghana is under siege. Seriously, it's under siege. What is happening right now is that if we don't take care as politicians, tomorrow, this country will rise up against us if we don't tell the people the truth. Look, the NPP government told us openly, without recourse to anything, made promises, told us about the state of this economy, where they were going to get money, things that we were doing that they said were not right. Today, they are repeating and doing worse. Look, we were told by Bawumia that he has worked with the Bank of Ghana. Ghana has money, and therefore, any lazy, borrowing to govern is a very lazy way of doing business, or of government doing business. To the extent that one of them said that, okay, his, her 14-year-old son can govern this country if it's all about borrowing. Right? Today, as I speak to you, from January 2017 to today, this government has borrowed whooping 50 billion Ghana cedis. And as I speak to you, there is nothing to show. When you talk, they'll tell you free SHS. When you talk, they tell you free SHS. Today, all the projects, and I'm going to take my constituency for instance. Look, Odumase town roads were being asphalted. Some of the feeder roads were under reconstruction. Bridges. Today, if you go on Facebook, some of the constituents, you see, and they have conveniently, the MPP guys have conveniently decided to lump all of us together when we're in power. Anytime there's an issue of road and whatever came up, they were attacking NDC. Today, because this government has neglected rural electrification that was going to assist school buildings, E-blocks, whatever under construction have all seized, the road, the bridges, everything. You know what they are doing? They have formed a group and they've lumped all the politicians from the constituency together, MPP and NDC together. That the politicians are not helping. But the fact is that it was the NPP government that came to power and said, look, halt, stop the construction. I'm going to review this, the contracts. 2 years on. Have they finished the review? The roads are still there. They are not doing it. Then they come to Parliament 3-4 days ago to tell us that they are not going to borrow money to come and do roads. When we were doing the overhead, right? They said infrastructure was not necessary. Today they know that you need infrastructure to develop. We're building the hospitals, they were talking. We're building the schools. Today, we have a lot of nurses that cannot get places. Right? Because you cannot get, they cannot get places for them because the hospitals that we have built, are not being used.
I'm actually going to invite you to the studio. Then we do this political section of discussion.
Thank you very much.
But today we are actually looking at the election, and I only wanted to check your chances, and not the governance issue.
Oh well, you see, our chances definitely will depend on the performance of the MPP and our readiness to govern. You understand? So we cannot just talk about ours without recourse to what they are doing now to the people of this country. Look, Petro, what didn't they do? Petro politics in this country. Quote Baumia, John Mahama, wicked, insensitive, that at the time they allowed petroleum prices to go up to 14 cedis. Today, where is it? 24 cedis. 24 cedis. Are we better off? So people are ready and poised. Go to Abosokai, they'll tell you how they are feeling. Go to the ports. We told the people of Ghana last year that VAT has been increased. Oh, they didn't increase VAT. You know what is happening now? Have you seen what is happening to the telcos?
Yeah.
You know what is happening? There has been an increase. 5% through back door. We are feeling it now.
All right, so viewers, we are so live here at the Trade Fair Center, Accra, where the 9th edition of the National Delegate Congress of the NDC is still ongoing, and now the election or the voting has ended, and we are waiting for the Electoral Commissioner to come out with the figures and the executive that won the positions that it was being aspired for. We've been talking about all this while we've been having Honorable Ebenezer Taylor be here, and he has been speaking with us, and he has been able to analyze with us all the positions and what he thinks and all the views that he himself has in mind. He has expressed it. Honorable, a very thank you for hosting you. But before you go, what do you have to say to your delegates? They are watching you.
Well, I just want to say thank you to all the delegates. I am happy about the enthusiasm, the selflessness that was displayed. And I understand there are some constituencies who came on their own.
They came on their own?
They came on their own.
Wow.
Some of our supporters came on their own, yes. They came on their own in spite of the difficulties that we are facing. It tells you that they are prepared. It tells you that they are more than poised to work for NDC. And that is the reason why they decided to leave all that they have to do back home and come here to come and support a very good cause. They will not regret for their selflessness. The NDC is going to elect the right leadership for this party, and come 2020, inshallah, God being on our side, we're going to wrestle power from this nebulous, incompetent, government or governance that we are experiencing in this country.
Inshallah, Honorable says he's very sure of them coming to power with this election or executive that they are going to elect. So viewers, we will take a very quick break and we will be right back after this break.
Hello, in festival, Hello.
Have you changed it? Who has signed it? Who? Is it finished now? So when you all the yellow vested persons and orange vested persons, you are to man positions behind
Operation of the land.
to be within the county and sorting yellow, orange,
Yeah, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land.
they are the tail end of the program. Now,
Yeah, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Yeah, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Yeah, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land.
Charles Morton. Charles Morton. Nominated by Madame Sharia.
Yeah, Suzuza.
Wherever you are welcome. Report yourself
Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Yeah, Suzuza. arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land. Ejo, Suzuza. arise for Ghana, Operation Abelan. 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 Ejo, Suzuza. Arise for Ghana, Operation Abelan.
And when that is over, we will say together we won. And we will govern together. And we will develop this country together. And we will take this country out of the mess in which it is right now. I thank you so much. I salute you all.
Arise for Ghana, Operation Abelan.
What Ghanaians are looking for. What Ghanaians are looking for. And we will not disappoint them. Let's encourage them. Let's be here.
Ejo, Suzuza. Arise, arise for Ghana, oppression of the land.
Let's work together. And victory is ours. That is the spirit that must live here.
Yeah, John. Suzusa. Arise.
Moving from here, every message that will come out of our mouths should be one of encouragement to the grounds for even more hard work. Let's expose the misrule. Let's expose the deception. Let's expose the unbridled thievery that is going on. Let's prepare ourselves for 2020. That victory is here, and I know we will go. We are only here to select a team. All contestants are winners. We are only selecting a team. Everybody who picked the form, filled it, submitted it, went through vetting, and has his or her image on the ballot is a winner. Nobody is living here as a loser because NDC is going to win 2020 together with you. We are all winners. Nobody is living here a loser. Everybody who had his or her image on a ballot, from the NEC membership to the national chairmanship position, is a winner. We will celebrate together, we will work together, and we will win together. That is the spirit.
Arise for Ghana, oppression of the land. Yeah, John. Suzusa. Arise, arise for Ghana, oppression of the land. Yeah, John. Suzusa. Arise, arise for Ghana, oppression of the land. Yeah, John. Suzusa. Arise, arise for Ghana, oppression of the land. Yeah, John. Suzusa.
Members of the National Planning Committee for the efforts they truly put in putting this program together. We all admit that this is the first time any political party, and NDC have always set the pace and others have followed, have gathered such huge numbers for a Congress and in one room. It's not been an easy thing, and we salute the planning committee chair, Honorable Alex Secretary and his team for the great job that they did. On the ground, the set design, the everything, the backdrop, and all the beautiful things that you see here, I will not forget, but also to celebrate and salute Mr. Standogbe and his team. They really did so well, spent a lot of hours here. The whole of Friday, they were here all night, making sure that this place is ready for us. And Mr. Standogbe, wherever you are, we salute you, we celebrate you and your team for the effort that you've put in getting this place in order. Mr. Elvis Safiye Ankra, the accreditation and the protocol team, you did a yeoman's job.
And yeah, I wish you echo so ever had not to say, more info extra with DTV1 so no. The 9th National Delegates Congress at the NDC, Amenyuku, us, a more Chinie, Amenyuku no, a more National Delegates Congress, echo so ever trade fair. The fantasy draw, the Fiase and Ra. Na etuaswa twetwemwa twoma na dwuna besi sabre da so ha ehun sem e na tese ye de ebrewo no na yensa ka figures bi e wo hanom ya tese ye provisional figures ye the Deputy National Communications Officer provisional results no omo a omugirejina ye no ye Godwin Akogan ye wo Mama Seidu Samuel afi Kwabu Boahen ene wo Alhaji Nasiru Seidu Adongo Atule Jacob and Afei Mamad Nurula Idrisu ano ena te se sankofo yi ena April se yebeto swaba na yeyi ni obetimi abaye Deputy National Communications Officer ede ama NDC ameneko na se sia menu ka say there provisional results and figures yensa aka no Godwin Akugan Ekita 1,816 and Mahama Seidu Samuel Ekita 573 Kwaku Boahen Ekita 2,851 Alhaji Nasiru Seidu Ekita 1,537 and Afe Adongo Ature Anonso Ekita 978 Afe Muhammad Nurula Idrisu Ensu Ekita 473 Mrs. Subiema provisional figures for Deputy National Communications Officer Ekita 1,816 Mama Seidu Ensu Ekita 576 Baku Wahen Ekita 2,851 and Alhaji Nasiru Seidu Ekita 1,537 Adongo Atule Jacob Ekita 978 Afe Muhammad Nurula Idrisu Anonso Ekita 473 and Tiusha Deputy Communications Officer Omo provisional figures aba out here ni awahuri edikan ewo ho eye Kwaku Boahen na ehuri edikan ewo ho no ya ode mano 2,851 edi elidi ewo ho efiri na Akogan enzu kita 1,816 na yeko eye Director of Communications and provisional results Director of Communications odobeke na enkita mudiensem Director of Communication ewa eye party no nipa mienu na ejina ye na yo Sami Jamfi ewo ho na Fei Fred Agbenyo na omunso provisional figures about out ya tese ewo minsem sese ya mede ema wo na ohwa figures ewa ha ahudri ye pa ahudri efise ebi be ka se emia be mayi eba out encheye odi no enche ewo eye amenyekwo mu danso aba ewo ha iseme boso ɛde akyerɛ wo ɛhwɛ anaa wotie mi saa bere no woyam ɛbɛhyɛ wo bi sɛ wahuri adi kan sɛ provisional figures yɛn nsa kan sɛ saa ɛna yɛde ɛkɔ na saa na ɛbɛyɔ na saa na ɛbɛteɛ kɔsi sɛ yɛbɛwie deɛ a ɛne na kyɛ sɛ owura yɛ a yɛfrɛ no Sami Gyamfi ɛhuri adi kan na ɔno ɛbɛtumi abɛyɛ the director of communications ama ɛyɛ NDC okita ɛma no mu ɛyɛ 6,225 ɛyɛ Sami Gyamfi ekita ɛma no maako 6,225 afei Fred Agbenyo nso ekita emu 2,225 ɔmo nyinaa 225 na ne tuo jatoɔ Fred Agbenyo ekita 2,225 ɛna Sami Gyamfi 6,225 na kyerɛ sɛ ɔhwɛ intervals na ɛso papapapapapapapapapa kwan yɛ dɛm wɔ no ɛso Sami Gyamfi sɛ provisional results a yɛn nsa ka yɛde to dwa yi sɛ saa na ɛteɛ deɛ a na kyerɛ sɛ watwe ne mu enti yɛhwɛ ɛyɛ Nasara coordinator yɛ National Zongo Caucus coordinator no nso yɛwɔ provisional results ɛwɔ ha na wɔn a wɔ contest ɛyɛ Ishmael Bawa ɛna afei Alhaji Mahama Mohammed ɛna afei Sadiku Sule afei nso Abdul Aziz Mohammed ɔno nso contest ɛna afei deɛ otwa to ɛwɔ hɔ ɛyɛ Abbas Husseini Babe ɔno nso gyina sɛ ɔbɛtumi ayɛ ɛyɛ National Zongo Caucus coordinator na ɛhanom nso no provisional figures a yɛnya ɛna mede ɛma wo yi Ishmael Bawa ekita 1,132 ɛna afei Alhaji Muhammad ɔno nso ɔnkita ɛma bia ɛwɔ hɔ Sadiku Sule ekita ɛyɛ 785 afei Abdul Aziz Mohammed ekita 1,321 Abdul Aziz Mohammed 1,321 afei Abbas Husseini Babe ekita 1,011 enti sɛ na ɛteɛ ɛwɔ ha deɛ a na kyerɛ sɛ Abdul Aziz Mohammed ɛna wahuri adi kan ɛwɔ ɛyɛ National Zongo Caucus coordinator by position na amanfoɔ ɛpre ɛno ho ɛwɔ de ɛma no 1,321 ɛna ɛhuri adi kan na kyerɛ nea ɔde twi nea ɔtɔ so mmienu mu no ɛnhyɛ da ɛnyɛ bebree nea ɛda ɔnɛ ɛyɛ Ishmael Bawa ɛntɛm no ɛnhyɛ da ɛnnɔɔso saa anti saa na te abusuafoɔ ɛyɛ live coverage from ɛyɛ the Trade Fair Center here ɛwɔ Nkran na te sɛ nea ɛkɔ soɔ no ɛyɛ National Delegates Congress NDC National Delegates Congress wɔyiyi mpanyinfoɔ a wɔbɛdi amanyɔkuo no anim na wɔde wɔn akɔ ɔko ɛyɛ 2020 na wakɔyi ɛyɛ ɔso amanyɔkuo no afiri akonnwa so enti ɛno na sɛ a wɔ ahwehwɛ enti abusuafoɔ yɛde yɛni atwam na yɛaso nso adida fam bi a yɛtie yɛhwɛ nti figures bi a ɛbɛtɔ yɛn serɛ soɔ no yɛbɛma waso ate yɛde bɛma wo pɛpɛɛpɛ sɛdeɛ ɛsiteɛ no enti monkɔ so ama mo afide no ɛnda DTV 1 ya esie wɔ ha na yɛtwa ɛho mfoni ɛde akyerɛ wɔ no enti monkɔ so a na moma ɛyɛ mo afide no ɛna ha figures a mede ɛma wo yi ɛnyankɔ baabi ayɛ ɛnyankɔ baabi a nti yɛn na yɛbɛma wahu nea ɛkɔ so biara ɛwɔ ɛyɛ the Fantasy Dome or Trade Fair ebi a ɛyɛ the 9th National Delegates Congress ɛde ma the NDC amanyɔkuo no ɛkɔ soɔ no aba no kenkan no nkɔ awieɛ egu so a yɛ a ɛkɔ soɔ yɛhwie na yɛyi ahyehyɛ nsa na yɛakan yɛnwie yɛ kraa sɛ wohwɛ ɛnaka yɛ a yɛsi ha yɛ a yɛnya mbie so a aya na ama ye mu bi ye mu ahyehye yen akra se yaba she ha che an yaba she ha che enye agro yabre ye mu bi abre pa na so be ni dan adwuma afrɛ wo ese uye na uye bisa abusua enti figures no da so ewa ha ya mede ma wo figures no da so ebobo e de mount provisional figures a yensa aka no national deputy national communications e hon mo no owura ye frɛ no Alhaji Nasiru Seidu every edikan abi Kwaku Buahen every edikan ewo ho Kwaku Buahen every edikan ewo deputy national communications officer positions no Kwaku Buahen every edikan ewo ho odi ema no emakomako 2851 na every edikan enti ne ekoso bia no abusuafo ye bema mo ahu na mo so mahu ne ekoso ewo hanom. Can I screenshot? Mommy, short while.
All right, so welcome back here. Thank you very much, Johnson, for the update. I can still assure you that the election counting is still ongoing. The provisional results was what our brother Johnson just gave it out to the viewers. We are still here at the Trade Fair Center, La Accra, where the 9th edition of the National Democratic Congress, as the 9th National Delegate Congress, is still underway. Elections is ongoing, voting is over, results counting is what is taking place now. Earlier on, I spoke with Honorable Ebenezer Labi, who is the Lower Menya Krobo MP, and I have with me here our regular panelists for our program, and Ghana and Peter. How are you? Maybe I will call there.
I don't know here.
So far, how do you see it? How is it going so far?
No crap. I'm DTV one for an anyway. Now, men can't check DTV one and Ghana for you. I say, Yamia Tumunti, and that's what pa.
And that's what pa.
And that's what pa. Sir.
Say two years now. Has it ever been semi-election? Prolonged, say that?
It has never happened so. But share what went into this election. Now, obviously, you know, predict say a bit me for that long. But the America said, I was a Ghana for any Japan say, when I'm saying Ghana for a name, you want at a team. Now, the Ghana for Kenya said, and this is for Munyam homework. Last we may Mokola for women because she almost say, more 80% probability somebody winning 2020 election. 20% now can I am internal resolutions. I was somewhere. It is here internal resolution. I just was say. And penny for another party, and you should go common term. You penny for a better party. Nano, I had 2020. Intino send a 50 and Norachi Sadi Bamua Bessine. Namia, Osha de Acoso. Osha a honky casino. Osha and India Sonoko. Ah, a what NDC, a Makuomu. Say a neighbor to a bar, a penny for a party anymore. You couldn't get Ghana for any that's all. Nanny baby, I could be Makua. Ah, I am very, very significant. I'm a person of Boston. I say, when you say you can't peaceful, something is peaceful.
Asum you
be a yasum, and ne school new beer would tear me. I'm a more different champ. say you per se you define what is peaceful and I say ayasumdia the 9th Delegates Congress of NDC 28.
Oh dear, now
Ominia say you share asumdie and ne pedoya akoswa ha
support na oh support and now it is a service a seminar kamusem pa one animal habits ya put see them mekano 9 Delegates Congress this time around no Obuse Obia or say we want to elect strong captains.
Fantastic.
Who will lead the team.
Fantastic.
Now look, Oba Bibi to say national chairman so. You will be to say Dana Budapi.
Sure.
You will be to say Betty.
Sure.
You will be to say Samu Fuzu Ampofu. Ahuria.
Sure.
Daniela.
Hello.
Some for 5 people. Which one do you make yourself?
Minia, when you know cry pie woman. Just share all the aspirants for the various positions now. No many idea and on I make me shine.
I don't know me person attack one by one. Yes, starting feature.
Tell my honor. Intimate me a banis out pet. Makata Ghana for some me and NJ. It sounds as a shit. Chairman for no one more contest for chairman now. The number of aspirants now show be a credentials. Of fighting your penny than Abu Dhabi. Now share credentials. O share your penny of some pofu. Now share credentials. O fa Hudiaya. Now share credentials. Dan Ladi. Now share credentials. And your mom, my Betty Modusa. Okay, your former attorney general. O show Obia credentials. None will create Yamian Dom and this Yamano Popo say. You won't penny for one day. No, most young woman quite. I'm a person with the party anymore. And you know, I had the young grandson, and my party, papa, and I had dear swap, and my Ghana for a maximum phone in our regime will say, Ampa. A home CSA, almost say, and this for NCSA, your home. They have found 2020, no crane, yes, as I say, yeah, got to a bunny and young penny for him day. Say, you are mutis or more barber prayer. That is a Ukraine, and it does what power, and to see a bano. Sir. Chairman position now. The Ebeyini Biano meaning say all of them they are very much competent. Mubia Ebeyini Biano at the end of the day, no meaning say we will all rally behind such person and lead to Agenda 2020. Ebeji to mean Africa.
But generally, who the feel so bit me winning?
Generally, no.
For the national chairman.
Only maybe. See, I'm a shop. If some powerful, Dana Butapi. Realistic observation, my.
I didn't try Betty.
And yes, I try Betty. You see,
you can't say your baby.
And yes, what your back. Sir, and Peniform of Bobo swinging on. Delegate, and I said to him a cool muffle. Almost show when you are near show more strength. Near Chess, ni pay your fun was some praying ya, woman, ya, obey me, Jumasu say I'm an boy. Then I can say. Ye nano ye this what you look at your pan say. You better Ghana for every guasuma and what adocre 2020. And to see a cophobia, ye share obia or yet versatile in all aspects. Say ye the Nisi Quanoa, ye na your boat, and I see a boat away, I ain't never to agent actually.
Tell me, so say what the Acotino and this watching ye. And I can't NDC communication team a call a Kasama party no any Suadi any party in the any party in Kankono. What the moon are putting a year pa Yonipanu. Tima move one out with it because of the so to be baby. Watch the Pabe Numbiage now, no what can do Tima move one. Send the pendulum, move wine out with it in my one.
No cranos me start here and I may can be no crap pan me observation on grounds no. A dim you know na a torpedo, a dim to me as we are a dim you know na dam Abu Dhabi any of sample for a
Dan Abu Dhabi any the point of Peter's revelation of
at the end of the day no
he is threatening Dan Abu Dhabi or to win one of them to win the chairmanship position. So let's go to the general secretary.
Fantastic. Benia, general secretary. Only maybe mania jene, mania je papa because only maybe when we come to the political settings in Ghana, There are some individuals and now there are some faces in the political arena. You don't just take them away. Talking about all political party organizations, we have some key people or some key political actors here. You don't just eliminate them. Somebody like General Asedun Ketia, General Secretary. This is somebody that the opponent, MPP for is sure not see about NDC. And in one way or the other,
I said you at a point, no, saying one contest.
Or one can at a point so uncontested. Or so or share, not 2016, Nanka was said, ye to me win it, ye did to me. And I say ye to me, and you come, yes, you was you come, any free and sa. Or sit on person obey a general secretary, what's not yam did to me, every and sa what you walk. It drove a fight, ama, party me as I back to be said, why you come on. So, and it's only public say, no. Now you share the Duma so why over the years, you don't just get up say you know. However, many NDC as a political party, no, social democrat.
And you don't say Duma.
Fantastic. And I want to make social democrat. And you believe it said, say, I couldn't be better. And I said, I wouldn't be better on man. You mark quite say, wow, Pesa or Pribian, you ain't corporate. So, and no dinner, am I in New York when you do a quite so honest to me press general secretary position. And no, a Merabian cinema or whole quine and Meramu so bit me a contested. Now, dear, and now a year now, a year with a whole Kakrana party money be an angel home. I hear quite not in your cocoa or more fast for I hear more campaign. One more, so come on to us up as so did the bread our party one. Oh God! Now the delegate for Kasa. Try the obey me. I have one party in Kanko. Party in your position. And what try and Ababa to Ghana for so. And that mean they say much man called Coco Baba cost striking. And that you say pure water, process they do 10 pesos. And what that to Ghana for? And this oh Babon to actually delegate. Say and to Obama never the party anymore. Can you obey me? I obey yet. I'm a 2020. Yet me to me. And I'm not a party man airship. Nemo, so giant to go. Now I see you don't catch our party in several ways. I only incumbent secretary, and I only were pound for a more sopano from one radio station to the other, and a more sopana. At the end of the day, party not for no shamas. Not papa, obe, top it, and answer obe cambwa. So, Mobayana, some petty and answer mobile cambwa. At the end of the day, we have to bring all members of the party on board to win agenda in 2020. Now, born to an now also Papa ni general secretary work at then shots the records, the track record, our party no. Now, sorry, instead say Obakase, say na me ba me yama party ma, say na me ba me. I'm sorry, and I'm also Papa. At the end of the day, no, ma. I didn't open contest. No,
one I feel say obey me winning.
Oh, and yes, some wine I'm free say obey me. General Asedun Ketia has won in advance, and a record we be she. Papa never set record we there, and the whole contest, no. And she Koku Aindo will get the lowest percentage. Koku Aindo. If care is not per what I have observed inside. So I'm more sorting out of the general secretary maybe counting. Now I'm the simple analysis counting in the area. Say you share sorting out and yama ya sorting out a go ama general say don't get na wafa. Ye chichemu a ebeye ohamu chichemu at your crown near chirpunu of the total value broadcast. And at the end of the day, you now was a cock or kind general idea. You're back kind,
it's very 95%.
You're back kind, your friend saying, Coquine wood ye. Near kind sport ballot. Near total valid vote cast. Near strike average, you know, you win at simple. I in the honor of Campo, and Tinyama Quasimans and Amacase, Mesha one, Papa, he has won in advance. He has won in advance. And I make us say, the situation we find ourselves in, and I said the political season we find ourselves in, Oh, captain bit a surgeon, I said, you don't just get upset. You got trouble, Tiana, you know. Oh, yes, sir, it's a political suicider. I said, don't get here is a pillar for the party. And our opponent, the moment I said, don't get here talks, not Coco Begli, I say MP before. So, I'm not this, I said, don't get here, but what grandpa, not Coco Begli, I chew. And you never be saying, you know, now that's here. During the campaign train, or none people for your campaign, my cocoa. Now been put here, just now I had this body a quiet war. Now, yeah, no, my say, I'm more
Deputy General Secretary.
Well, when I come to Deputy General Secretary, you will penny bit to say, you could you do a Sare?
George Lawson.
Otukuno, George Lawson, Barbara, and I think there are other members also. Sanko for women, and I'm a kind of I took time to really assess all these people. Now, I don't know, Mamma, young crash because if you look at the credentials of these individuals, woman, the almost a do say a corporate deputy secretary now. That is a Ghana for NDC, one and there. NDC in Kabomusun Kubiaba, NDC and that's what Kubiaba, and Tinepa. More this credentials, sorry, some corporate position. Our party is here, and your back when you know, and your answer, and Nipa Maku, there's a corporate deputy secretary. So, let's say, you see, Timamufuana, a party mano, or mate, party in Shasi. And more, I will say, almost person, what you must see, a Buama party, no, not 2020 edition. Oh, empty, sir, and Nipa Mabu Musunyano. Nipa, you never win the election. Deputy General Secretary, no, you're fine, Nipa, you know. And obviously, one more me ball moving from 1 to 5.
Deputy General, more from you.
Your family. Deputy Secretary, you're for 2. Oh, Deputy Organizer, you're for 2. Deputy Youth, you're for 2. Deputy Women Organizer, you're for 2.
And you know the advisor,
I can't be specific.
And I George Lawson, Barbara.
Oh,
Barbara,
I can't be specific. I mean, but I can be specific.
Right.
Because that contest, no, it is a bit keen. You know, you big guy, I'm a delegate, you know, said here, or Mancasa Esusono. Now, at the end of the day, you do, but said them in kind, you know. Some individuals I have bomb and one more way when they be and maybe did say, I believe vehemently say they will do their best to support the agenda 2020.
Okay, so you are still watching us live here at the Trade Fair Center, La Accra, where the election of the National Executive of the NDC is still underway. We are doing the voting has ended and the counting is still ongoing. And DTV1 is bringing a very live telecast from the Trade Fair Center here in Accra. So we are speaking to Peter, and he's also giving us his version or his analysis on what he thinks or what he thinks that who is going to win or who he tips to win the various positions. So, Piero, national organizer.
Well, national organizer.
A strong position.
One of the keenly contested position. Me ankasa boss Solomon Kansa ejamo den. Na ye wa offer ya Boatinjan. Ye wo Yenia Joshua Akamba. Ye wo Baba Jama.
Ye wo Anita.
Ye wo Anita di Soso. Enti no position a and I said ye na manager mo. What the first individuals bia.
The national organizer Nipa 7 nomination.
Nipa song. So fantastic 7. Fantastic 7.
I know only them win 2 or 3.
Enti until you want deputy ni true no. It is a main organizer and become one aye Nipa 3. So it is a banner say the substantive position in the Nipa.
Because deputy ni dey make sure who strong person be Dr. Alhassan Hanifa, Kobi Vivian Ablakweglo, Mohammed Mahmoudou, Agbese Nusu,
Agbetinu ni adiade. O hwe deputies ni say ya. Deputies ni say no.
Afel Kojo, Ebenezer Asari Sakiti.
Sure.
Ahmed, there's a deputies.
Deputies no, omo ye strong, omo some strong guys go. And when it come to the substantive position, you're from the fantastic 7. Media me give the pass for the purposes of Agenda 2020. No, do you obey when you piano? Anyone you obey losing we have to measure because Omo Oshep Yamebo Solomon Cancer. You see, this is somebody born and bred NDC and a life, a working life in Naya for NDC. The experience of Gada Western region as regional youth organizer. Those times, say, yes, a Solomon Cancer, Casa already. You feel for you now, near Coach Radio, near Pessi Solomon Cancer. So, a brand new opposition 2008. Ejumaswa wa mo ye Western region born to a man Solomon Cancer new bedroom the central government. Yetimi born to I did to me no experience a papa no one encourage a so institutional memory open NDC history. Every constituency in the country, Solomon Cancer can give you the history. Say you perceive a winning election at every constituency. Strategy I bet me the constituency that Solomon Cancer can do. So this is somebody or no, I was such organizing credentials. Young Casa, wafa, ya boating jai, or ye former organizer. But your position will be the almost a dear bar to me. And ye call 2014 election any year. Papa is our credentials, our party, my yen in the Jumas. So I'll count for your boating giant, Ghana Funina enemy. And you know, these are the people. You are so more contesting. And then when it comes to that side, I know my boss is Solomon Cancer, of which I support personally. But whoever that emerges as a winner, and I make us say, a delegate, no, and a coach. A delegate,
but they do maybe to say general secretary. You able to pick one yourself?
On I said, organizer Matro is my boss, Solomon Cancer. And I make sure say, however, delegate, no, a coach. Oh, I may have my favorite. But then when it comes to set the selection, I don't know, obvious. But the comparative term to the general one, I know it was highly obvious that general is going to win hands down. And general is, as a stand now, is setting a record. It's setting a record in this very election. It be incident. And at the end of the day, I believe we will update what no more who's at the end of but when it comes to the organizer,
national communication,
any other person that
national communication officer.
Fantastic.
Communication is the mouthpiece.
Fantastic. Many are your shapa. Ababuno Yame Atomi. Sir, young so ya tell you what your man say and Kasama party. And they are Niaji.
As I say, Omumi, you're being your boss.
Siciano, Meno Kase, the communication officer elect.
Oh, okay.
Provisional, not certified. Provisional communication officer elect. Minia 790. Unya over 6,000 votes. You see, and none of you will be aiding. No, because you see, the political system we find ourselves in. Our political system, it's dynamic. Some faces come. It comes for a purpose. There are some faces that they can kind, and some of the faces you don't change them. But there are some faces that come on board to cause a change at a situational demand. A bit is a million Samijan. So, share the competence base of Miakasaminia Samijan when it comes to communication now. It is undoubtable. All the political divides, MPP, NDC, CPP, Obi at Sabrantian Kasa. Nase Oto settlement, Nina Oshena. Now was near good. Now we say, Enti your full banner was Sabrantian in the free. Well, Yamede, Okasa Adoma channel, Untmijin Feminism. And then Yamia Tomoso, Yanyana Boro, Wakosku Aquanima, and Oye lawyer. Enti so all this. Every platform I mean, Yanabecono. And nay, say a pair Saminia Samijan with MPP communicators or Monko. Esan said the platform of Becono, he disgraces them. Said youth organizer, MPP youth organizer. Oh, I do.
Maybe only the members.
But I
want to be sure it's the same Samijan Fia now, or PR
Ibrahim Mama.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Then he's good.
He's good. That's the same Samijan. Obekaya STM cubic.
STM
issue a buyer. On an APRO.
Exactly.
And as PRO, he had all the facts to go and explain
And explain me without looking into the paper.
I'm telling you, fact-based.
On the dates and the figures, and he was good.
He is eloquent and competent when it comes to communication.
Now his deputies.
So, me fan you know, say no, idea back one, a sipan say, MPP for, or more for or more called Bomusisimu, a aboswo. It's sunset, ye the sort of communication, the strategy we are bringing on board, we are coming to expose the hypocrisy, the super incompetent nature of President Kufuor government. I think, and I'm telling you, 2019, Ghana for and Tronin Nada, who was President Kufuor doing a for the bed that I did 2019, you started with the exposition and a chronological and all the rot in the various institutions of Master Omudi over Omudi Ghana was called MPP.
You because I know the elections.
Election, it is the communication sector. I have no or the back. I mean, I can't want to set a strong research-based strategy. You never call agenda 2020. And you have a man more in advance. You call deputy now. Meaning, provisionally, meaning, Kokubai, but when it meaning, Akogan, and so when it. Now, meaning, Nasir Muhammad, and Anthony Anthem, any other ones, Mahama, some Mama, and Adogo. Now, Sadia Mekaya, you see. Then I am Kokubai. In Akogan. When it comes to political communication, there are some people, we have the radical communicators, and they are important at some point in time. We have some radical communicators. A true baby, you need such people. It's Kokubai. It's me cost you not okasa. If you listen to him, any radical MPP communicator, Kokubuahan can meet him good for good. That is how it is. It is say, oh, yeah, election. Now we ye and penifua. The delegate look at all this. The Obeko strictly fact-based with sort of decorum kakra. And the banner say, Obi say or not there. Obeko radical way, or no submit mediation. You blend it. Now, a message I also put it across. It isn't agenda 2020 and now. Say, yeah, strategy no more from a Ghana from Babuyan. And before the Omojo Dada. Yeah, no more say yen to 2 years. You made it 2 minutes. And Tiana says, yeah, oh, Ghana for baby. Let me offer. He won't say, I'm not we come in, where's the Udin? I'm saying, you do how much to do my catch row. And no crowd, oh, Mammy and Nada.
Zongo caucus is another important position for not affiliation somebody also encounter.
Wouldn't be Zongo caucus, no. I couldn't get the results, but I believe so. It was part of the first unit. However, the Zongo caucus is very, very important. Zongo caucus, and then when you are talking about the Zongo caucus, the shed the part of that and no one, or Besha say, or Montin Zongo, you bet me I'm mobilizing on my share woman and here, quite a better adding. I solve all more problems. As I said, Sobekaya, President Kufuor, or more promises don't go for BB, and they are Menoka say, you're moving here. Internet, we need somebody who can go down such every Zongo community, meet with them, know their problem, and bring it to national level, and let's devise a strategy to mitigate their problem. It's your hormone party. I'm saying, and on your complete, I'll get the fact. I update, we are not almost.
There was a couple of issues, whereby many Penibi Kasa Mameti as I said. NPP didn't win the election, but NDC lost. And now Otremi Mamuti says NDC lost because there were so many sentimentals among them. would you say the led administration of Porto they didn't do best? And secondly, would you say this administration that you are picking, this executive, they are going to fight? Because even the Kofi Porto report that came out, the Kosiboke report that came out, you realize that there was a clear indication of negligence on the grassroots. Peter, what
yes. Wait. I will not be hypocritical.
Exactly.
When it comes to how we lost the election. Say, yeah, Bano, dear Namaya lose election as that best ways. Several factors and are accounting to the loss of the election. Oh, a bit from the national level, regional level, to the constituency level, and the branch level. So, a trickle down. Say, Osha, said the Yana Okas Penini Kayan. And yes, sir, NDC, MPP, winning election. Name NDC lost the election. Most of our members were aggrieved. From the branch level to the constituency, regional to the national. Most of the members were aggrieved because they realized they thought say they were neglected. In this voter region, Sisiana, Okoshe analysis now. About 1 million voters didn't vote. Almost also we know for sure said they are NDC members. And there was something wrong somewhere. And they NDC as a party, no, I say I introspective say Yampenfo Ebu Baby said failure teaches success. Failure teaches success. Say often and there. That's the opesa oko wenima. Baby a often me no udru ha o hwe ho ansa na wako wanim. Enti ene baby a party no as a whole your form no we are trying to amend all those rules. And no more na sa elections when mu edeba no. How the grassroots were neglected, no. Various aspirants, no, or more campaigner. Most of them, no, or more messages, no, is targeting the grassroots now. Most of the aspirants, including the presidential aspirants, no, Obia are focusing the grassroots. Well, and sometimes a yes set team of one of the Cherubicadra. One more or more MPPs. And almost that is what happened. And you know, young as party man, and you may be a year saying, "I man by your mind or your mind." And you know, yeah, young to me for two about my opponent, and I also a young for two about any see. Now I'm telling you on authority, say the LPP is going to face a massive response in 2020. MPP is going to face a massive response. Now, one kasa mati tibi dada. One kasa omo emabunu sorry etiti gu omo so aye buru omo say e bossa omo say na bu de so say na da na ntronko a. So I say, and then when it happens that we are your stronghold, no, they feel say no, we can't go and vote for our enemies. So what we will do is say, yeah, I am control man. And that is what we face. And now, no, Ukrainian and this in Penifossia there. Frankly speaking, anyhow. Na ye share de neko anything na ye ko ye nimu no ye toto enyama na kakaka said they be ye do 2020 everybody will come on board. They say election ya ye ko anyhow one year omoba winning one year omoba lose nyina na ye bia for the interest of the party sake, for the interest or the purposes of agenda 2026 no ya ye lose ye nyina ba kabom na ye ne one year oma winning no akabom aye adwuma na 2020 yetimi age to me free MPP boss because ya nya ne sa ofa Ghana phone ye nini
ye ujiri says executive say amoyi will make sure they handle all
Benia you see yana yetena se na se oye ho assessment na hu se ahase na me torchema na se nyame ya adom na akwanya bi wo ho se utumi atoto enyama yi a enam se opese okọ wani mu ntino there's no way so be ko wachi na sa mfomso na akoye no wasa ko enti no some for ya yeah power money problems here boss you know they are very much aware of all these issues. They have taken it much into consideration. Now, Monto Abomuno, someone and more country Timamupono, and as a party man, and now more chamos, a party man say, Munion is Monto Abamame. The bar as issue remain is say, the fatwa, many Munia Bedjane, Yabekani say, dear Enya, the weapons of Betimiaka, you know Betimiaka. So what I say, and to me, the Midi say, every way, and I'm a Ghana for me and Ninja. Ghana for me and Ninja Pa, a sunset, say. So when you acquire penny about the share trade fair, and need just from moment from air cost over 100 million. Not just a Ghana, you're winning that's what. Now, maybe you might say, a debut a free that 3 days, I buy no more, or the camps meet or more to a debut. I mean, a metro. That Ghana for who say, you buy a number compared in a year to 2020 we go show na. Oh, I buy it.
So we are still watching. Live, and the 9th National Delegate Congress is still ongoing. The counting is still ongoing. Provisionally, it has been declared provisionally.
Yeah.
It's been declared that Sami Jemfi is the winner for National Communication Officer, and the deputies are Gordon Ako Gan and Kwaku Buahin. Provisionally, this is what we have on our desk here. So we will cross over to our brother Johnson, who is on standby, or we cross over to the auditorium to take shots of what is ongoing here. But before we cross over, Peter, what's your last word to delegates?
The American delegate in a set. Sharp candidate Elwene ye. Sharp candidate Elwene. Eye Amani Kuba. You na your common agenda. Your common agenda say ye be born to na 2020. Ye Ghana for every and whatever and you ye na about beto yeso. Enti ye basira pa say delegate or candidate ye olusu ye money o monkasa. Because we need every hand on board when it comes to 2020 elections. We need every single member of the party on board. And to the one for the interest of the party, the best select. So we in a no pro. It's as a Ghana for money that Swani and this. They say, move back MVP as someone dear cry. Who see Croma? And did you more cancer this woman want to do you? When you want to do you, and Tia and this is Mafu. So who lose you? Who will need you? Hey, the Dema and a Kokoma, Omuna, a Bobusia. And Tinian Hayan Cambo. Na ye magic Ghana for every Kwaswa President Kufadi Yakushi. Nankauti Chrome, Nasa, and yes, some watcher men who call Gracia, you're from Samalefo. And now I'm off for course, like Yama, Samalefo, so
okay, so that's one for politics.
And this is Massamuni Lion Cambo. Now you're magic to 2020, and only ultimate goal.
All right, Peter, yeah, but that's it. So we take a very quick break and we will be right back.
son of the land. Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land.
No, I'm not a capital. It's a cabinet.
Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza. Alright, for God, of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza.
Maybe today I don't get nothing.
Of the son of the land. Eja, Suzuza.
I know.
white now.
Oh, no, we did.
Sing my song. If I keep up a long.
Please, if you are not accredited to be in the counting arena, don't enter. Please. It's a little bit dark here, and we do not want any interference with the sorting and counting process. Let's have everything outside the arena. Please. We don't want the unpleasant situation of walking people. Hello. Chobai. Chobai. Eyezu. Eyezuzu. Eyezu. Please, this announcement goes to those who are within the counting arena. Apart from the Electoral Commission staff and the candidate agents, every other person, please, the vuvuzelas, we beg you, please, please, the vuvuzelas, apart from the Electoral Commission staff and the counting agents, all other persons, whether you are wearing Congress tag, whether you are wearing of ops room or whatever, everybody should step out, and we will allow those who are supposed to come in to come in. Apart from EC officials, all other persons, whatever tag you are wearing, if you are not an EC official and you are not a candidate agent, please, security, help us and get everybody out, because we want to clear this area for resource declaration and subsequently the swearing in.
They are breaking the chest. I'm going there. He has spoken. I'm going there. They are breaking.
Please, 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 candidate agents, you are not to touch the election material. Your duty is to observe, and when everything is done, you can raise issues, and when it is done, you sign the results. The person handling the ballot paper should please return it to the official. Please, if you are not an accredited agent of any of the aspirants, please don't come around the counting area. Please, if you are not a candidate agent and you are not an EC staff or official, get out of this area. It doesn't matter what accreditation tag that you have. I will start pointing at persons so that the police will help me get them out from this area. If you don't want that to happen, and you know you are not a candidate agent, and you are around the counting area disturbing, please walk away. Hello. Choboi. 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 Please listen to this very important clarification. Please, the vuvuzelas, we beg you, let your vuvuzela go down. Listen to this very important clarification. Please listen to this important clarification. Listen before somebody gets out there and pass out some information that is not true. The number of ballot boxes differ from position to position. For some positions that we have a lot of candidates, the ballot boxes will be more than those positions that we have just 2 or 5 candidates. So don't expect that if you see 15 ballot boxes for some positions, you must see same for others. Those of you who are sending that misinformation that a particular position is short by this number of ballot boxes, that is wrong. That is false. That is false. Stop spreading information that is not true about this process. Not all positions will have 15 ballot boxes. Some may have less, some may have more, because of the number of candidates that you have for that position. So please, those who are spreading that falsehood, stop it. Seek clearance from your agents and get to know how many ballot boxes were allotted for that position during voting. When you add the total number of ballot boxes, you will get what you expect for your position. Don't ask for the number of ballot box for, say, NEC member or vice chairmanship and expect that the same should apply to, say, general secretary or national chairman. There will be a difference in numbers. Let us not spread any falsehood. Thank you. Vehicle number GT 1405-17, a Toyota Corolla. You have blocked access to the road. Can you please get out so you move your vehicle? you are blocking movement of a lot of vehicles. Vehicle number GT 1405-17. It's a Toyota Corolla. The driver should please move out and attend to his car. Thank you very much. As much as possible, whilst candidates have a right to come and witness what is going on, I'll be very grateful if candidates can take their seats and only approach the table when it becomes very necessary. Because your presence in the arena attracts too many persons into the arena. You come in when it is necessary, when there is an issue and your agent draws your attention. The presence of candidates in the arena attracts many other persons who sometimes are not expected in here. And I'll be very grateful that if candidates can take their seats at the appropriate place and allow their agents to represent them. Awal Sadat Al-Hassan from Ashama, you are wanted outside the room. Awal Sadat from Ashama Al-Hassan from Ashama, please, you are wanted outside. Finally, since announcements upon announcements is not clearing the stage, I'm going to invite the security to help me clear the stage of all persons who are not agents of candidates. I want everybody, irrespective of the tag you are wearing, if you are not a candidate agent, security, clear them, and we will identify those who are to come up again. Chobai! Chobai! Please, let them, those drumming there should stop. The drumming should stop. The vuvuzela should stop. Please listen. We have reached the stage of counting, and everybody must hear the count. When you are blowing your vuvuzelas and they mix a count, it will affect your candidate. That is why we have stopped the music, so that everybody will hear the count. The agents can hear the counting. So if you are supporting a candidate and you are drumming and blowing vuvuzela, you are working against that candidate. The electoral officials must hear the count, so that there will be transparency in everything. So stop the vuvuzelas, stop the drumming, and let's do the counting. After that, we will all celebrate. The drumming, the vuvuzela should all cease. Let's do the counting. And I want the stage clear. Once the person is not an agent. Please clear everybody. And then we will. Those who are occupying the steps, I'm advising you also to clear from the steps. Security, help me clear the steps. On my right and on my left. Clear. We want all this area cleared. We have reached a very critical moment of all these elections, and we want the best of atmosphere in the counting area. We are getting to the end of Congress, and this arena must resume the shape and order we had it at start on Saturday. We are getting back to how we started, and that is why we are clearing this area. The area must be cleared. The section meant for the media will be utilized by the media. The media riser on my far right and the media riser also on my far left will be utilized by the media. These cameras here will have to go back to their rightful position. Let's create space. The cameras should go back to their rightful place. We are converting the stage to how it was the morning of Saturday. The chairs there should be cleared to further back. The cameras should go back to their rightful place. Please, the chairs in front there, give way to the camera. We are bringing the stage back to normalcy, how it was in the morning of Saturday. The area that was not sitting on Saturday morning cannot be sitting this evening. The area that was not a sitting area on Saturday morning cannot be sitting area this evening. So security, clear everybody from there. Thank you so much for your understanding. We are almost there. Let's clear the stage. Let's free the stage. Thank you so much. That is what makes us NDC. We are so understanding. We are very disciplined. When we are told not to do something, we abide by it. That's the strength of our party. Discipline. Thank you so much for the understanding. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the understanding. We are a very, very disciplined party, and we always accept when we're told to do something. Thank you so much. We are such a disciplined party that we understand. If we are told not to be somewhere, we abide and it happens. I'm so grateful and I appreciate your understanding. I appreciate your understanding. That's our strength. That's our strength. Meanwhile, counting for chairmanship is also ongoing. The sorting. Our General Secretary is arrived to join us in the final phase of the program. He's arrived to join us in the final phase of the program. So he will take his appropriate seat as a candidate. Meanwhile, those who took advantage of the entry of our General Secretary to enter into the inner perimeter, please get out. The only other person who was to enter was our General Secretary, who has taken his seat. The rest of you, security, help them out. Please, colleague electoral committee members, you are wanted at the back of the podium. If you are a member of the electoral committee, please come to the back of the podium where I'm standing. If you are a member of the Congress Electoral Committee, as approved by Congress, come to the back of the podium. All other persons, please find your place. I need members of the electoral committee as approved by Congress. Please come to the back of the podium. The national chairman of the party has also arrived, and so he will take his seat. Please, security, clear for the national chairman to take his seat. Thank you very much, National Chairman, Sir Dr. Kofi Potofi. He's the chairman of Congress Steering Committee. And very soon, results for the chairmanship will be announced. And once we swear in the new leadership, his tenure will officially come to an end. And the tenure of another chairman and that team will start. Congratulations. Thank you very much, National Chairman. Thank you very much, General Secretary, for joining us for this evening's. Thank you very much, Mr. Standugbe. You are clearing the place to make sure it gets back to how it was almost Saturday morning. That is a sign of a very disciplined party member, and I salute you. Thank you. The sorting for Deputy General Secretary position, the Vice Chairman's position, and the organizer position is ongoing. Whilst counting for Deputy National Organizer, the General Secretary, and the National Chairmanship position is also ongoing. Mr. Abraham Ferguson, if you are here, please approach the stage. Mr. Abraham Ferguson, you are wanted at the stage. He's coming to.
I am changing him.